You broke it. That's okay. There's another one right there. Good morning, Colin. How are you doing today? You doing okay? Okay, let's see. We have Colin and Adeline. Good morning, Adeline. Ooh, cool. Let's wait for a couple more people to get here. I'm just getting our pipe cleaners ready for our snowflakes we're gonna make in science later today.
Excuse me, Miss Bella Andy.
Yes, Colin.
It's gonna be us today.
Oops, I couldn't hear you, sweetie. What did you say? Something about today? Hold on, Ford, I'm trying to hear Colin. What did you say, Colin?
We can stay here. Is nobody coming on?
I know, we're still waiting. Right? We
Miss Vandal, Wendy.
have Adeline and Colin, and then here comes Islet and Kat. Let's see. Yes, Islet. Are you Colin?
I don't have the supplies for the snowflakes that we're going to make in silence.
Oh, okay. That's okay, sweetie. If you want, you can take a little break during science. You can take a little break while we're making snowflakes. And then when you come back to class, I can save yours. And you can always do them when you get back to the classroom. Okay? I'm just so and Ayelet and Colin. So for science today, we're going to use these little pipe cleaners and we're going to use some beads to make snowflakes. But if you don't have those at home, that's okay. I'll save some and you can always do them when you get back to the classroom, okay? And Isley, we're going to use, please sit down, raise your hand. We're going to use some little pipe cleaners and beads to make snowflakes in science today. But if you don't have the supplies, that's okay. You can always take a little break while we're making them. If you need a little break, maybe run around outside and play for a little bit, that's fine too. Okay, I think we have everybody, so we'll go ahead and start class. Let's start with going over the schedule, and then we'll read a book, and then do some calendar. So I'm gonna check off coloring and drop off because we're all here. Now we're gonna do morning meeting, and then journals, then math, then we have a break for snack and recess, and then Miss Eccles is gonna come for library, and then we're gonna make our snowflakes in science, if you have the supplies. Then, if we have time, we're gonna do foundations. Just depends on how long our snowflakes take. And thank you for raising your hand, Isley. I'll call on you in just a minute. Then Miss Cornblith is gonna come to the classroom, and then story time, and then pack up and go home. So there's our schedule today. And Isley, what did you want to say?
My grandma gave me this new moon dress with stars and unicorn.
It looks very pretty. I see the stars. Will you show us the unicorn? Oh, it's so colorful and pretty. I love it. So cute, Isley. Very nice. Thank you for sharing that with us. And Colin, do you have your hand up? What do you want to tell us?
My dad have a dad.
Your dad has a dad?
Yes.
That's awesome. Is it your grandfather?
Yeah, and he makes a volcano and his bones hurt.
Whoa, wait, you made a volcano with him?
Yeah, and his bones hurt.
That is so cool. You have such a cool grandpa to make a volcano with you.
Yeah, but his bones hurt.
His bones hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes that happens when we get older. We start to have some aches and pains. That's normal. All right, and then let's see, Catherine, did you want to show us something? And then we really need to start morning meeting, y'all. I love that we're all sharing things, though. Catherine, what do you have? What is it?
A cell of a mussel.
Oh, that's so cool. Did you have mussels for dinner and you saved the shell?
Yes.
Yes, I love eating mussels. That's one of my favorite types of seafood. They're so good. Okay, Wheeler, do you have your hand raised?
My favorite seafood.
Yeah, Oh, Wheeler was just saying he wants to make a volcano that he can make erupt. Cool.
No, I did.
Oh, he did. Wheeler says he made a volcano too, Colin. Cool. Oh, and Charles made a volcano also. And Vina did too. Oh my goodness.
And me.
And Adeline made a volcano too. Awesome. All right, y'all. Let's read a book and then we'll do some calendar time. This book is called The Gingerbread Man. And look, I see one of our sight words. The T-H-E spells thee. That's one of our new sight words. The Gingerbread Man. Oh, yeah. Elliot says he's read this story before he knows what's going to happen. You know what? We could also read this word, M-A-N. Man. Let's sound it out. Man. The Gingerbread Man. Ooh, we're learning lots of words. Okay, here we go. Once upon a time, there was an old man and an old woman and a little boy. One day, the old man said to the little boy, "I will bake you a gingerbread man." And she did. The old woman put the gingerbread man into the pan, and she put the pan into the oven. "Now, watch the oven," said the old woman, "and when you can smell the gingerbread, call me. But do not open the oven door." Then the old woman went to work in the garden with the old man. The little boy sat in the kitchen and watched the oven. Soon he could smell the gingerbread. "I want to see if the gingerbread man looks as good as it smells," said the little boy. So he opened the oven door to take a peek. The gingerbread man hopped out of the pan, he hopped out of the oven, and he ran across the kitchen to the open door. The little boy ran to shut the door, but the gingerbread man ran faster. He ran out of the door and down the steps and into the road. Then he called out, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." And the little boy ran after him. The old man and the old woman saw the gingerbread man, and they ran too. But the gingerbread man ran faster. And the little boy and the old man and the old woman had to sit down and take a rest. The gingerbread man ran on. Soon he came to some farmers. "Where are you going?" shouted the farmers. "I have run away from a little boy, an old man, and an old woman, and I can run away from you too," said the gingerbread man. "Oh, you can you?" said the farmers. And they dropped their rakes and ran after him. Then the gingerbread man called out, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." The farmers ran fast, but the gingerbread man ran faster. And the farmers had to sit down and rest. The gingerbread man ran on. Soon he came to a bear. "Where are you going?" shouted the bear. "I have run away from a little boy and an old man and an old woman and 3 farmers. And I can run away from you too," said the gingerbread man. "Oh, you can you?" said the bear. And he began to run after the gingerbread man. Then the gingerbread man called out, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." The bear ran fast, but the gingerbread man ran faster. And the bear had to sit down and rest. The gingerbread man ran on. Soon he came to a wolf. "Where are you going?" shouted the wolf. "I have run away from a little boy and an old man and an old woman and 3 farmers and a bear. And I can run away from you too," said the gingerbread man. "Oh, you can you?" said the wolf. And he began to run after the gingerbread man. The gingerbread man called out, "Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." The wolf ran fast, but the gingerbread man ran faster, and the wolf had to sit down to rest. The gingerbread man ran on. Soon he came to a fox. "Where are you going?" said the fox. "I have run away from a little boy, an old man, an old woman, 3 farmers, a bear, and a wolf. And I can run away from you too," said the gingerbread man. The fox said, I can't hear you, gingerbread man. Come a little closer. The gingerbread man stopped running, and he came a little closer to the fox, and he called out, I said I've run away from a little boy, an old woman, an old man, 3 farmers, a bear, and a wolf, and I can run away from you too. I still can't hear you, said the fox. Come a little bit closer. The gingerbread man came very close to the fox, and he shouted, I said I ran away.
I think he's trying to eat the gingerbread man.
Trying to trick him? An old man, an old woman, 3 farmers, a bear, and a wolf, and I can run away from you too. Oh, you can you? Said the fox. And snip, snap, he opened his mouth, closed his mouth, and that was the end of the gingerbread man. Oh, so y'all were right. The fox tricked him.
Now he was trying to trick the gingerbread man because I read the story before.
You've already read it. He kept saying, come closer, I can't hear you. He tricked him. Oh, Islet, that's a beautiful snowflake.
Let me tell you.
Yes, Elliot, good job raising your hand. Yes, Elliot says he's read another version of this book about a fox that took him across a river and then ate him that way. There's a lot of different versions of this story. This is called The Gingerbread Man, and there's a lot of different versions of this book. I think Miss Eccles, our librarian, has a lot of different stories of this. They're all a little bit the same. We'll have to ask her if she can read some more gingerbread stories to us. All right, everybody. So we went over the schedule. We read a book. Let's do some calendar time. I'm going to head on over to our calendar. Oops. Harrison, you might want to pick up your snowflakes. Okay. All right, here is our calendar. What is our new month? It's not November anymore. It's December. December starts with a D. It's December. So December is our really long word, right? So when we're writing the date in our journals, we can just write the first 3 letters, D-E-C. We can just write those 3. The year is the same, 2020. Now let's go over the date. Yesterday was December 1st. Well, what comes after number 1? Yeah, number 2. 1, 2. So here is my number 2 for December 2nd. I'm going to put it right in there. Let's see. Yesterday was Tuesday. So what do you think today is? It starts with a W. What? Wednesday. Very good, Wednesday. So I'm going to move my arrow from Tuesday down to Wednesday. There we go. And with the W, that's right, Elliot. So while we're down here, we can do our weather too. The season is fall. It feels like winter, doesn't it? Because it's December, but it's actually not winter until December 21st. I'll show you on the calendar in a minute. Yesterday, the weather in Austin was sunny and cold. It's not very sunny outside in Austin anymore. What's the weather outside now in Austin? It looks pretty cloudy outside today. So cloudy and cold. Or maybe you think it's just cool outside. It's up to you. Okay, let's look at our December calendar and let's look at some fun things we have in December this month. All right, well, Wanda's gonna visit tomorrow. Here's today, so here's tomorrow. Thursday, Wanda will visit tomorrow. Wanda will also visit us on Monday. Let's see what else is happening next week. Ooh, the first day in Hanukkah is next week. We're gonna learn about Hanukkah. And then the week after that, so that's the first week in December, the second week in December, the third week in December, we're gonna have a little winter party on this day, a little winter party. And then we have no school, all no school for the rest of the month. Oh my goodness, that's to celebrate Hanukkah and Christmas and Kwanzaa. We're going to learn about a lot of winter holidays next week. Hanukkah and Christmas and Kwanzaa. And then here is the first day of winter. This says winter begins. There's the first day of winter right there. So, are we at the beginning, middle, or end of the month? Yeah,
Beginning.
good. Definitely the beginning. It's only the second day of the month, only the second day of December. So it's definitely the beginning, right? Okay, let's see. Let's go over the pattern that Wheeler made us today. Wheeler's our calendar helper. All right, let's do it by shape first. You ready? Let's see. Square, square, hexagon. Square, square, hexagon. Square, square would be next. Nice. How else should we do our pattern today? Oh, everybody's saying color? Okay, let's do it by color. So the colors are kind of similar, but this is teal and this is blue. Okay? They're the
Miss Randy, before we do the pattern, I want to show you something.
Oh, you did a beautiful snowflake drawing, Isley. I love it. Thank you for sharing that with us. Very pretty. Okay, so now we'll do it by color. You ready? Teal, teal, blue. Teal, teal, blue. Teal, teal would be next. Good work, everybody. Okay, let's do our day of school. We're getting pretty close to 100, y'all. This is exciting. Okay, there we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rows. We've already filled up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. We're working on our 7th row. Yesterday was our 63rd day of school. Now we're in our 4th row. What do you think comes next? You think a 6 and a 4, 64? Let's count from 61 just to make sure. Let's see. 61, 62, 63, 64. Y'all are right. What two numbers are in 64?
A 6 and a 4.
Very good. A 6 and a 4 make 64. I'll put it right there. What do you think tomorrow might be?
When we fill this whole row, we will only have 3 more rows to fill, and that will be a really long thing of school.
Yes, that's right. When we fill this row, our 7th row, we'll only have 1, 2, 3 more rows to fill until we get to our 100th day of school. Now, our 100th day of school is going to be a fun day. We get to have a little 100 day of school party. We'll make 100 day hats. We will count 100 candies. It's a fun day. Now, also, after 100, then it'll be 101, 102, 103. But that'll be not on our 100 chart. Our 100 chart will be all full. So we'll just have to remember in our heads if we want to. All right, everybody, let's go back over to the schedule over here. And let's see what's next. We're going to check off morning meeting. There we go. Next on our schedule starts with a J. Journals. So let's get those journals out. Good. Let's get those journals out. And we're going to start by writing the date. We're going to start by writing the date in our journals. Yes, Wheeler. Oh, careful. Yes, you can. You can dress up like a 100-year-old if you want to. Okay, Wheeler just asked for a 100th day of school. Are we going to dress up? And I said, yes, if you want to. You don't have to. But if you want to, on the 100th day of school, you can dress up like a 100-year-old if you want to. Just for fun. All right, so journals, we're going to write the date at the top. We figured
How do you dress up like a 100-year-old? I don't even have that costume.
Well, you could ask your grown-ups for some. So in years past, some kids wear fake glasses. They have a little cane. Sometimes they wear a gray wig, just for fun if you want to. Okay, we figured out the date is December, D-E-C. Then we're going to do a little space and write the number 2. You figured out today's December 2nd. And then the year, 2020. 2020. Let's start on that date.
Actually, have you seen a light blue pill anywhere?
No.
The light blue pill, I really need it. It's poison to anyone but me, but it makes my brain work.
I don't know.
Okay.
I've never seen a pill.
For journals today, has everybody gotten the date? Are you still working on the date? December 2nd, 2020. All right, try to figure out what I'm writing. So a sentence always starts with a capital letter, right? So we're gonna do a capital M. So we know the word starts with a sound. And then we're gonna do a lowercase y. You get to go down to the word line. M-Y spells my. Okay, let's see what is next. We're starting a new word. So we're gonna do a little space because we're starting a new word. This is a long one, but you've written it a lot. So maybe you remember it. My favorite.
I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna do A, B.
Okay, my favorite. Okay, because we have a new month. We have December. My favorite. I want to do our favorite season. I want to know what your favorite season is. You know, we have 4 seasons in our year. We have summer, and then we have fall, and then we have winter, and then we have spring. And then it starts over. Summer, fall, winter, spring. And then it starts over. Summer, fall, winter, spring. Yeah. Yep, that's the way it goes. So right now we're in fall and it's gonna be winter soon, right? On the 21st, it'll be winter. And then in March, it'll be springtime. And then after springtime, it'll be summer again. And then it'll be fall, and then winter, and then spring, and then summer. It just goes around and around. We have 4 seasons. I want to know which season is your favorite one. So my favorite season. Okay, and then
my favorite season is winter, of course.
Ooh, winter, cool. That's the season we're about to be in. Lucky you. So my favorite season. Oh, I ran out of room on this line. So I'm going to come down to the next line. And I'm going to write is. That's one of our sight words. Is. My favorite season is. That's an I. Is. An S. My favorite season is. I want to know, what is your favorite season? So, if your favorite season is, let's see, if your favorite season is winter, then you would write winter. That's how you would finish your sentence. And I'll do a little snowflake under winter to help us remember that this says winter. Oh, good. I'm glad we learned how to draw snowflakes in our journals yesterday, because otherwise, I don't know if I'd know how to do it. Okay, so there's winter. Or maybe your favorite season is fall.
Yeah, that's my
So then this is what you would write.
F-A-S-A.
Fall. And let's see, for fall, maybe I can do like a little, let me get a different marker.
You can do a little leaf, Miss Van Dandy.
Miss Vandermandy, I can't find my journal.
Oh, so Isley, if you can't find your journal, you could just do your writing on any piece of paper then, okay? Okay, raise your hand, Charles, I'll call on you. So for fall, the leaves, it's autumn. So let's see, the leaves start coming down. I'll draw, we also celebrate.
Glitter bits. Glitter pop. Whenever there's a grow on
During
glitter.
fall. Yes, Charles. So there's a little pumpkin. Yes, Charles. Okay, so A-U. All right, or maybe your favorite season is summer. This is how you spell summer.
You can do it in sun or
Yeah, I can do. Maybe I'll draw the sun for summer. Ooh, let's see, Catherine. I'm going to do that for spring. Let's see. Oh, very nice. My favorite season is fall. Catherine likes fall the best. Nice writing. Okay, so then for summer, I'll draw the sun because it is really hot where we live in the summertime.
Yeah, and maybe for spring,
So there's summer, the sun. And then for springtime, if your favorite season is springtime, that's when all of our plants and flowers start to bloom. So I could draw a little flower. Oh, these markers don't work. I'll draw a little flower for springtime. Okay, did you get the A and the U? Yeah. Okay, so everybody writes my favorite season is, and then you can choose which season. Winter, fall, spring, summer. Which season is your favorite? And Finn, I see your hand up. What do you want to tell us, Finn?
We're gonna have one of those meetings tomorrow.
Oh yes, we're gonna have some one-on-one time tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's so exciting, Finn. I can't wait. Start thinking about what you want to do.
We're gonna have
We could read books, we could practice writing, we could practice some reading, we could do markers and boards, we could do magnet tile boards.
Or we could do like what we do in math. We could like, instead of drawing it the right way, like if we get to a pattern page, we could do it the wrong way.
Oh my gosh, we could totally do some patterns, and we could do silly patterns too. We could do some really good patterns and some silly patterns. Sure. Yeah, we could use our blocks.
Miss Vanderandy, that also reminds me, we're gonna have a one-on-one on Friday.
Oh, that's so exciting, Aya. Start thinking about what you want to do.
We're going to have a one-on-one on Friday.
And Adeline too, yay! All right, everybody, so let's make sure we're writing in our journals. Pick which one your favorite season is, and then when we're done writing, you can share with the class if you'd like to. Okay, Charles, let's see.
I made this you
Miss Vanderandy, I didn't have room to put the R anywhere, so I just made a little.
You started on the next
So
row.
I made that and then put an R right there.
Not a problem at all, Isley. Very good. So your favorite season is winter too, just like Aya. And then, Elliot, you said your favorite season is spring? Okay. And where is now?
And this one is to be my box for tomorrow, and I use this.
Oh, I love your drawing of springtime. Let's see it. Ward's favorite is fall. Ooh, Vina's favorite is springtime. Oh, and great writing, Wheeler. Charles' favorite is autumn. Woo, Harrison's favorite is winter. I love it, everybody. Good, lots of good writing. Colin, do you have your hand up? What would you like to share with us? Oops, you want to unmute? Let's see, my favorite season is winter. And then you did
summer.
Oh, summer. I thought I saw a W in there. Oh, those are M's. Awesome. My favorite season is summer. And then you did an awesome summer picture. Tell me about your summer drawing that you did.
I did the eraser school.
Oh, you did. Wait, what about school?
An oasis pool.
Oasis pool.
The Oasis pool. Oh my gosh, so do you go swimming a lot in the summertime?
And it got the ginormous pool, the pool on the bottom and the pool on top.
What? There's a pool on the bottom and on the top. There's 2 pools.
Yeah, and one waterfall.
And a waterfall. That sounds like a super
And
fun.
and they got the hot tub.
And a hot tub. Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome. I like swimming in the summertime too, Colin.
With baby waterfalls.
And a baby waterfall.
Something and something
That sounds so fun. Okay, so Colin shared his favorite season is summer. And then he likes to go swimming in the summer. Very good.
Hey, Sandal, and I want to show my favorite.
Okay, 1 second, Adeline. You can be next. Ford's going to show you his here.
All that means.
That's so funny. Ford did the date, and he did my favorite season. And he threw a fall leaf and then a sneaky pigeon under the fall leaf. That is so funny. I love it, Ford. Okay, Adeline, did you want to share yours? Let's see here. What did Adeline write? You want to show us your journal, sweetie? Season is, and then put it up just a little. Winter. Oh, Adeline's favorite is winter. And I see you did. Is that a Christmas tree and some snowflakes?
And then me and my grandparents, because I go to my grandparents' house for Christmas at winter time.
Oh, so you get to go see your grandparents for during winter time. I love it. Good writing, Adeline. Anybody else want to share their journal? Sure. All right, Dina, you ready? Elliot, you're doing some fantastic work over there. Okay, let's see. Vina wants to share hers. Vina did the date, and she did my favorite season is spring.
And the brown is the dirt.
Oh, she says the brown is the dirt.
And a flower on my dress.
There's a flower on her dress.
And
I
flowers
love
all
it.
over.
Such good writing, Vina. I like springtime too. All right, we're gonna have about 1 more minute for journals, and then we'll do some checking off on our schedule. Oh, I love it.
No.
Oh, so Ellie, if you say no thank you, I want to keep it private. I love that y'all are so funny with the sneaky pigeon. Oh, and Ellie, I love how you listened to Elliot's words about not looking. That was so good at Ford.
If I have to
Good writing over here. Oh, Wheeler's favorite season is fall. I love it. Sure, Harrison. Okay, Harrison wants to share his journal, and then we'll go ahead and clean up our journals. Let's see here. Harrison did his favorite season is winter. Tell us about your drawing, Harrison.
I have a sneaky picture with snow on top of his head and some snowflakes.
Oh my gosh, I love the snowflakes. Thank you, Harrison. All right, everybody. We're gonna clean up our journals. I'm gonna help the kids in the classroom clean up journals. So 1 second, kids at home. But kids at home, you can start cleaning up your journals and getting your math books out, okay? All right, everybody did such great writing and journal today.
And they also you're nice sneaky picture with your bunch of snow on it.
Such good writing today in journals, everybody. Harrison, you can go stickers. Okay, Ford, you can have the stickers. Such good writing in journals today. Nina, pick out one. Oh, good practice. Wheeler, you can pick out a sticker. Nice writing in journals. Okay, Wheeler, go pick out a sticker. Did you get one? Ford? I already want a sticker. Okay, which one do you want, Ford? Pick out one. You don't want one? Oh, good.
I changed my mind. So I have it down. I changed my mind. I just.
Oh, you got one. Good. Oh, that's a nice show.
I changed my mind. I put so the snowflake
Okay, that's fine.
I like taking
All right, everybody.
notice on.
Let's do some checking off on our schedule here. You did some good writing in your journals today. Forty, sit down. All right, we're gonna check off journals. Next on the schedule, M-A-T-H. Well, we know TH makes the th sound, so let's sound it out.
Math.
Yes. Math. So next on our schedule is math. Let's get those math books out. You will need, today for math, you're going to need your dark orange math books. You will need a pencil. And if you have your blocks, you'll need some blocks too. If you have your blocks. If you're at home and you don't have your blocks, no big deal. You can follow along with me and my blocks. Okay? But everybody in the classroom definitely has to get your blocks because everybody in the classroom has blocks. Okay, we're going to turn in our dark orange math books. We're going to turn to page 112. 112. We're going to turn to page 112. 112 in our dark orange math book. And let me know if you need help, kids in the classroom, finding page 112.
Yep, I got 112. It has a yellow, a window, a clock. And then he helped with other finding the math format. Hey, who's that for finding all the ribbons?
All right, anybody need help finding the right page?
Who's that for finding all the ribbons?
So keep looking until you find it, Wheeler.
Oh,
Let me know if you need help. We are.
All we I give up. Is it going to be this one?
Don't think for it. You want to be in your book photo or at your desk?
Take 140.
Okay, so on page 112, we do not even need our pencils yet. We do not even need our blocks yet. We're just gonna do some talking on this page. And it says, I wanna compare the length of things using other things we see. And I'll give you an example of what I mean.
Is this okay?
I see some ribbons here. I see a yellow ribbon, a red ribbon, I see a green ribbon, and I see a blue ribbon. I want to talk about the ribbons first.
And a pink one.
And a pink one, you're right, Adeline. And a pink one that was hiding over there. Maybe that was Catherine that said that. I'm not sure. But I want to say, which ribbon do you think it might be the longest? Which one do you think might be the longest? Maybe the red one. So you could say the red ribbon is longer than the blue ribbon, right? You could also say the green ribbon is longer than the blue ribbon, right? Look at that. Yeah, look at this pink ribbon right here. It looks about the same height as the table leg, the leg of the table there. So you could say the pink ribbon is about as tall as the table. We could say that, right? I see the table and the bookshelf. Which one do you think looks taller? Yeah, the bookshelf looks taller. So you could say the bookshelf is taller than the table. Or you could say the bookshelf, or you could say the table is shorter than the bookshelf, right? What's yours for?
You could say the red ribbon is as wide as the bookshelf.
Oh, Ford has a good one. Ford says, the red ribbon is about as wide as the bookshelf. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's see. Colin, are you raising your hand? What would you like to say, Colin? Oh, you want to unmute yourself, sweetie, so we can hear you? You want to press the little, there we go. What did you want to say, Colin?
I got the paddle.
Oh, you're doing some patterns with your blocks? Cool. We're going to use our blocks in a second, and you could do a pattern with them. Isley, good job raising your hand. What did you want to say, Isley?
I wanted to show you my math I did yesterday.
Ooh, that is lots of great math. It's upside down, but I can still read the numbers. You did some amazing addition and some subtraction in math. That's awesome, Isley. Okay, Wheeler, good job raising your hand. Wheeler, what did you want to say?
The green is as long as the window.
Oh, Wheeler says the green ribbon is as long as the window. I love it. And then Isley, were you not done talking, sweetie? Did you want to tell us something else? What else did you want to tell us?
I solved this really hard problem.
Let
This
me-
was a big one given by my dad.
Wow.
I solved it.
That is amazing. 1 plus 2 plus 3, and you got it, is 6. That's super cool, Isley. I love that you and your dad do math together. Okay, Elliot, you have your hand raised. What do you want to say, Elliot? Oh, yeah. Elliot says the red ribbon is about as wide or as long as the bookshelf. Very good. Ford, what's yours?
Miss Vander Andy.
Raise your hand, Daya. 1 second. Ford, what's yours? Okay. Okay. So Ford says, which ribbon? Ford says the red ribbon is longer than the ball. That's right. The red ribbon is wider than the table, he says. That's true. What else, Ford? Oh, he says the yellow ribbon is about as tall as the globe. And then last one, Ford. Oh, and then he says the blue ribbon is about as tall as the blue book. You're right. Good job, Ford. And Io, your hand is up. What do you want to tell us?
Is there, actually I have a question, and here it is. Is there a math book coming in the mail for me? Because I'm kind of running out of pages.
Yes, I'm either going to mail math books or maybe drop them off at your houses over winter break. Don't worry. We all have new math books coming. You're right. Okay.
Can you please drop mine off at my house?
Yes, don't worry. I will make sure everybody gets a new math book. Cool, Charles. Vina, good job being patient and raising your hand. Vina, what do you want to say? Oh, Vina says the pink ribbon is taller than the cylinder on the table. You're right. Colin, are you raising your hand? Were you raising your hand, Colin? I couldn't tell. No, maybe not. Okay. We gotta keep going. All right, everybody, we need to keep going. I know you have so many other ones, but we have more math pages to do. Okay, let's turn the page to page 113. Wheeler, you didn't get to do it. What's yours? Wheeler. Okay, so this says we can measure with our feet.
Miss
Interesting.
Vanderandy,
Yes,
is
Isley.
it a dark math book?
It's going to be a new dark math book that you'll get. It'll be sometime over winter break, okay? So he's walking and he's measuring how wide the sidewalk is using his feet. That is so interesting. He probably started here and maybe he took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 steps. And then he could say the sidewalk is about 9 steps wide. Interesting, we can measure.
Cindy, how is he measuring it with his feet?
So he's walking. Let me see if I can show you with this. He's walking like, oh, maybe this isn't gonna work. He's walking like this, and he's measuring. Here's 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps. So I could say I was about 4 steps away from that cord. You can measure things with your
Steps.
Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and turn the page again. And now we need our pencils. Now we'll need our pencils. Oh, actually, I was wrong, everybody. I was wrong. We need our pencils for the next page. For this page, we need our blocks. This is what we need on this page, our blocks. So if you have blocks, wonderful. If you don't have your blocks at home, that's okay. You can follow along with me. Okay, you can follow along with me if you don't have your blocks. Okay, here we go. The girl says, use your cubes or your blocks to measure my hair ribbons. Oh, okay. Well, let's put our blocks right at the edge, right at the beginning of the red hair ribbon. And then let's see how many blocks it is. How many long? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 4 blocks long. It's about 4 blocks long. Now, look what would happen if I started before the ribbon. Look, oh, that doesn't really measure very well because I'm measuring some space before the ribbon. Uh-oh. So we have to make sure that we start right at the beginning, right where the ribbon starts. Okay, let's practice measuring the yellow ribbon next. Let's see. I'm going to put my blocks right at the beginning of the yellow ribbon. How many blocks long is the yellow ribbon? Y'all are saying 3? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because look, if I take these away, it's about 3 blocks long. What would 4 blocks long be? Oh, that's too long, right? That's too many blocks, right? Look, it goes past the yellow ribbon. What if I did 2 blocks? Look at what 2 blocks would look like. Oh, look, that's not enough. It's too short, says Ford. I still need more to measure. So let me put 3 blocks back. Yep, 3 blocks is the best measurement. The yellow ribbon is about 3 blocks long. Okay, let's do the green ribbon. Ooh, this one's long.
So you draw a line and a
Mom, you
line.
just made
Let's
me
see
forget.
here. Okay, so if you're telling me the answer in the classroom, that's great. But you can just tell me one time. You don't need to scream it over and over and over again. You can just tell me one time, okay? Okay, let's see. Everybody's saying it's about 6 blocks long. Let's see. Okay, we're putting the blocks right at the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and about 6. A little less than 6, but about 6 blocks long. Ooh, that's a long ribbon. Okay, last one we're gonna measure is the blue ribbon at the bottom. Let's put our blocks right at the beginning of the ribbon. Yeah, everybody's saying 5 blocks long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could say the blue ribbon is about 5 blocks long. Nice job, y'all. This is some good measuring with blocks. Okay, we are done with our blocks for today. So you can go ahead and put your blocks back in the bag. Now we need our pencils. Now we need our pencils. Or you could even use crayons too if you wanted for this next page, because we're going to be doing some coloring. So if you want, you could use crayons or a pencil for the next page.
Or color pencil.
And this is, or colored pencils, that's true. And this is the last page we're doing for math before our break. Y'all are doing great. We're doing lots of good work this morning. Okay, it can be any color you want. I'm gonna use a black crayon so you all can see really well, because it's probably the darkest, but you can use any color you want.
I'm gonna use a black crayon.
It says, let's see what the directions say. They say, how tall is each bottle? Count the cubes and color them in for each bottle. Well, this is just like what we were doing with the ribbons. We're measuring how tall the blocks are, or the bottles are, using blocks. Well, they started at the very bottom of each bottle. Oh, good. That makes it easier, just like we started at the very beginning of the ribbons. But we need to go ahead. You could draw a little line over from the top. And now we know that's how tall this bottle is. So we're going to color in all the blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, so we know that this first Coke bottle, just try your best, cross out the ones that you messed up on, is about 8 blocks tall. You see, we made a line from the top of the soda bottle over to the blocks. So we know that we don't need these 2 blocks on top. The first soda bottle is about 8 blocks tall. Okay, let's do the next water bottle. I think we need all the blocks to measure this. Look at this. Yeah, if we draw a line over from the top of the water bottle to the blocks, we use all the blocks. So we can say this water bottle is about 1, 2, 3, 4. Please sit down and raise your hand. 5, 6, 7. Please sit down and raise your hand. 8, 9, 10. So it's about 10 blocks tall. Or good job raising your hand. What do you need? Sure.
I only have to do my ring one piece like this one. Oh, so good. I did it a little faster.
All right, now let's do this third bottle. Maybe it's a juice bottle, I don't know. Oh, nice measuring, Aya. Okay, we're gonna draw a line over from the top so we can see how many blocks it's gonna take.
7.
Oh, Adeline says 7. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you were close, Adeline, but it looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. 6 blocks tall on this one. All right, let's do our last one. Okay, our last measuring. Maybe this is like a sports drink, like some sort of Gatorade, maybe. Okay, let's see. We're gonna draw a line from the top over to our blocks so we see how many we need. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe this is the one you were talking about, Adeline, the 7. So we can say the green bottle is about 7 blocks tall. So now we can see really easily which bottle is the tallest. Yeah, the water bottle. Which bottle is the shortest?
The juice bottle.
Yeah, maybe the orange and yellow, the juice bottle. Yeah. Yes, Elliot, good job raising your hand.
I finished mine before.
So good. You work very efficiently. Okay, I'm going to switch my camera back Y'all did a lot of really good math today. That was a bunch. Good work, everybody. We can go ahead and close our math books. We can close them up. If you're done, Wheeler and Ford. If you're not, you can keep working. And we can put our math books away where they belong. Make sure that your blocks are put away where they belong too. Make sure that your blocks are back in the bag and that your bag is Velcroed shut, or not Velcro, but zipped shut so none of the blocks come out. And let's do some checking off on our schedule. I won't forget, don't worry. So we're gonna check off math. Next on the schedule, we have a break for snack and recess. And then Miss Eccles will come to our Zoom for library. All right, so I hope everybody has a great break, and I will see you in about an hour for library. All right? Have a good break.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good break, Aya. Have a good break, Isley and Catherine. Have a good break, Adeline and Finn.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. See you after the break.
But
The good news is that you'll need to read everything. I know.
Maybe you're.
Studying our class. Right. And then I keep going in, just keeps being on chest because it's so yes. But like, oh, no, in person.
Okay, welcome back from break, everybody. Let's go ahead and do some checking off on our schedule here. We're gonna check off snack and recess. Next on our schedule is library, and then science, and then foundations if we have time before Miss Cornblit comes. All right, have a good library.
So,
What sounds yummy for your tummy?
I can't hear you, Miss Echoes. I can't hear you, Miss Echoes.
Hi, sorry, I did not notice that I was muted. So I was just chatting with the friends in here and I see that they are all holding different books. So one of the things we normally learn in library and kindergarten are different parts of a book. So you know how when we talk about our body, we have different body parts? For example, we've got fingers, we have shoulders, we have heads. Books have different parts too. So let's kind of point out some of the book parts. So if you are holding a book, go ahead and close your book and hold it just in front of you like I'm holding this one. All right, first part of the book we're going to see if we can find. So when I point to it, see if you can find it on your book, is the spine of the book. If you know where the book's spine is, point to it. All right, so if you are pointing right here, you're pointing to your book's spine. I can see that Venus found her book's spine. Wheeler, go ahead and close your book. Where's the book spine? It's right here. Can anybody raise their hand and tell me, what do you think the spine of the book's job is? Bina, what do you think? I love the way you raised your hand. That's right. It keeps the pages all together. All right. Find your back cover of your book and show it to me. Back cover. Oh, Bina found the back cover of her book. Charles is showing me the back cover of his book. Wheeler, where's the back cover of your book? Oh, I see that Finn has his. Oh, there we go. Amazing. Harrison has his. Elliot, where's the back cover of your book? All right, now flip your book to the front cover and point to the title. I'm making it trickier now. What part of the book is the title? Yeah, that would be the big letters on the front. That's the name of the book. That's the title.
Look at mine.
All right. Now, also on the front of your book, you might see some names. Where are the names on your book? Mine are down here on the bottom. Well, whose names are on the front of books? Who are those people? Raise your hand if you know. Oh, yeah, the author, the person who wrote the words, and the illustrator.
And the Cookie Monster on mine.
All right, now open your book up, and depending if your book is hardcover like mine or paperback, it might look a little different. You'll see that the cover of the book has pages that attach it to the rest of the book. So we have the part that's the cover, and we have the part right here where the pages start. On a paperback book, you don't usually have as many of these, but if you flip it to the end, look, it's the same. Here and here. Now these pages, this is kind of tricky. They're called end pages. So here are the end pages, even though they're at the front, and in the back, guess what? These are the end pages too. The end page's job, and you can see my end pages are starting to break, is to attach the cover of the book to the rest of its pages. All right, let's do one more part of the book. So open your book up, turn your end page, and notice this page right here. This page is called the title page because it reminds us one more time, if we didn't catch it from the beginning, what the name of our book is. So you'll find the title, and often you will find the author. So what part of the book are you showing me, Harrison? If it's these pages. Charles, do you remember what these are? The end pages. Yeah, end pages. All right, can you all show me your spines now? Your book spine? Here's the spine. That's the fun part.
One more.
All right. Can you all find your title page? Voila, title page. Oh, yep, there it is. There's your title page. Amazing. All right. So that's just a quick little parts of the book. Oh, do you want one more fun part? So if you open the book up anywhere in the middle, see this part right here? It's like the inside of the spine. You know what they call that? The gutter. That's called the gutter. This like interior little crease part in the middle of the book. All right, so we can go ahead and close our books and put them away. So I put my book away. Charles put his book away. Ford put his book away. Harrison put his book away. Venus putting her book away. Amazing. All right, and I'm going to share my screen and show you the rest of our plan for today because we are going to read a really cool Inuit folk tale. Ta-da! And we're going to start off by meeting the author of our book. We don't have a mystery word, but we have one mystery animal today that we're going to meet. Here we go, so I can see friends at home. So here's our author, Micah Harper. If she's an author, raise your hand and tell me what part of the book did she make? Vina. The words. She wrote the words of our story. Now I have 3 other pictures other than the picture of her on the screen to tell you a little bit of information about her. They're kind of tricky, but has anybody figured out what these picture clues are telling you? Okay, Charles has a guess. Yeah, she likes film. So she went to film school for a while and is also an actor. So she does kind of like the portion in front of the camera. Now the other ones are a little bit tricky. What is this that my circle is going around and around and around? Oh, Adeline, what do you think?
Oh.
Earth. Okay, definitely. That's a picture of the globe. But can you tell what part of the globe we're looking at? This is pretty tricky. Yes. Yes, so Charles says the cold part. Yeah, you're right. So she is from the Arctic. So this is looking at the globe. If we were looking at the Earth from the very top, so we're looking straight down at the North Pole. We've been reading stories that are happening in cold places today. And the people who lived up here, the indigenous people, are called the Inuit people. So her family and where she grew up is right up here in this region of Canada called Nunavut. Have you heard that word before? No. No. So that is a state in Canada. So you know how we live in the state of what? Texas, that's right. And we live in the big country called the United States. We live in the United States. She lives in Canada, specifically in this northern part called Nunavut. Right here, this is the flag of Nunavut. So she's going to tell us a very old story from the people who lived in this part of the world. So the really, really cold part up here. And her story is a folk tale. Have you all ever heard that word before? Folk tale? So folk tales are really, really, really old stories. They're stories that have been around since before there were books. Do you have an idea about how people could share stories before there were books? Yeah, so Vina just raised her hand and said telling them. So through our words. That's how folk tales have been passed along. Now imagine if we told stories. So let's say I told Charles a story, then Charles turned around and repeated that story to Wheeler, then Wheeler told Vina, then Vina told Ford, and Ford told Elliot, and then Elliot told Harrison. By the time we got it and we told it to Adeline on Zoom, would the story be exactly the same? No, someone said no here. No, it changes a little bit each time people tell the story. So that's kind of how folk tales are. So we're going to read just one version of a really old story that people up in these Arctic regions, especially in Nunavut, have been telling their kids for years and years and years. So the cool thing about this story is you might hear it again from somebody else's point of view. And that's totally okay because that's how folk tales work. So our folk tale is going to be called The Walrus and some type of mystery animal. Who do we think this mystery animal might be? Raise your hand if you've got an idea. I'll look for friends at home too. Friends at home, do you have an idea who this zoomed in mystery animal is? Adeline's got a guess. What do you think?
A moose.
Adeline says moose. Okay, let's check in with some friends here who are raising their hands. What do you think, Elliot?
Goose.
A goose? Okay. Ford?
Reindeer.
A reindeer. Vina, what do you think? Okay, Vina says moose. And Charles? Charles says moose as well. So friends, oh, and Harrison says moose as well. So this animal does have antlers. And this animal is a cousin of a moose, but it's not a moose. This animal is a caribou or a reindeer.
I said reindeer.
Yeah, so we were all on the right track. But you know how walruses are sort of like animal cousins of seals? Moose and deer are kind of like animal cousins of caribou or reindeers. So caribou is what you call a reindeer in North America. But you might go to other parts of the world where they have reindeer as well, and they just call them reindeer. And right here, we have a baby reindeer. Do you know what you call a baby reindeer or a baby caribou? Any ideas? You call them a calf, actually. So you wouldn't call them a pup, you wouldn't call them a cub. They are a reindeer calf when they are babies. Here's them right there. What? Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh yeah, goats are called, yeah, goat babies are called kids. So caribou and reindeer too. I just thought I'd share a little bit more about caribou with you, and then we're gonna read a story called The Walrus and the Caribou. So the fog was thick on the river in northern Canada, and a biologist saw a group of grizzly bears had gathered near the river. What are they doing? He wondered. Using binoculars, the biologist peered at one of the bears in the distance, and something on the slope behind the bear moved. And she couldn't quite tell what it was, because what's the weather like in this picture? Foggy. And suddenly the whole slope was alive. And he realized he was seeing not grizzly bears, but what? What kind of animal in the fog?
Reindeer.
Reindeer, that's right. So reindeer often live in small family herds or alone in the very most northern parts. But one time a year, they all come together, thousands of them, and they migrate from their summer homes to their winter homes. So look at this when I zoom in. Do you think we could count all of those? We would be here for a long time because there would be thousands and thousands and thousands of them. Yes, Charles? Oh, in what place? Oh, they would call them caribou in Nunavut. And so these are some pictures of where the caribou might live. And them running. We're not going to read it all. Called caribou. And see right here, we can see that their hooves are very wide. And they're wide. Why do you think that would be important for an animal that lives up somewhere where it's cold and icy? Why would they maybe want really wide hooves with lots of grip?
Because it's slippery.
That's right, to help them from tripping and getting through the icy water and the icy land. We might come back to this book if we've got time, but this is the story that we're actually going to read. So this is our folk tale, written by Micah Harper and illustrated by Marcus Cutler. It's called The Walrus and the Caribou. And right here we can already see something pretty unusual, right? Have we spotted anything unusual?
The caribou has the tusk and the walrus has it.
Yes, I bet friends at home have noticed this too. The walrus has the antlers and the caribou has the tusks. Interesting. So here's our message that our author has. She says that you can find versions of this story all across the Arctic, from the Labrador Inuit all the way to Alaska. It focuses on the power of having intentions, so ideas in your mind, and turning them into reality. I loved learning traditional stories since I was a kid, and I was so lucky to have great storytellers in my family and in my community in Nunavut. My favorite memories are camping on the land and telling stories in the tent. To this day, it's my favorite place to hear and tell stories. The traditional origin stories, so that's like where we all came from the Inuit, are plentiful, so there's lots of them, and they're really powerful. And they always leave you learning something new. And I hope this book does that for you. Do you all have a favorite place to hear stories? Oh, thank you. Vina? Wait, say that again? Oh, Vina likes hearing stories at her home and in her room. Elliot, what about you? Oh, thank you, Elliot. Okay, Wheeler. Oh, you all are filling my heart out. Some friends are saying me, which is very sweet. Charles? At bedtime. Oh, I love a bedtime story. Adeline, what about you? I see your hands up.
In my room and in the living room.
In the room, in the living room. All right, did I miss anybody else's hands? Let's go ahead and read the story about where the world might have come from. Oh, Ada's hand went up. Aya, where do you like to hear stories?
Be careful.
Aya, did you have an answer about where you like to hear stories? Here, I'll send you an unmute message.
It said here in library.
Okay, so here we go with this story. A long time ago, when the world was just starting to take shape, a little woman began breathing life into the world. Her name was Guk. How does an animal take shape, she wondered. Where does the head go? What goes on the head? Ears? Whiskers? A snout? So this might be kind of hard to imagine, but imagine if you'd never ever seen an animal before and you wanted to create one. It'd be hard to think about what should go where and who should have what in terms of body parts or things. So here we can see she's thinking about that really hard. First came the walrus, breathing in and breathing out. Guk created the walrus from her seal skin parka. So that's her coat. You can see she's blowing into it. Whiskers and wrinkles and funny dancing flippers. The walrus had huge what too? Antlers. And what I love about the illustration here, zoom in. The walrus is looking at his reflection in the water and he's like, looking good. Classy walrus today. I love it. Every time it swam, it would overturn the kayaks, though, in the water. The antlers were super big, and the hunters, I'm going to zoom in. How's this guy feeling? He looks pretty upset, right? Think about how cold this water would be. Would you want to go swimming in that water? I would need a really good wetsuit or some blubber like this guy's got, the walrus. So once again, Guk breathed in, and then she breathed out, and she made a caribou for her seals, or from her sealskin pants. You see the legs are transformed from the legs of pants into cool hooves. Big hooves and hair everywhere to stay nice and cozy. A large snout and tusks.
Miss Eccles,
Yes,
what did she make this reindeer out of?
she made the reindeer out of her pants. See? Like,
Oh,
like the legs of the pants, and then the rest of the
Yeah.
body from that. And tusks too. And we can see right here by this reindeer's face, he's like, yes, looking good. Every time, though, it saw a hunter, the caribou would charge at him with his tusks. And this made a lot of trouble on the land. The tusks were too big, and the hunters were, once again, look at this guy's face. Would we say he's having a good day? Nope, they were upset. Uh-oh. What would happen, she wondered, if the walrus and the caribou traded different parts of their bodies, Guk thought. Guk called, come, come, to the walrus and to the caribou, pulling the tusks out of the caribou mouth. Then she gave them to the walrus. Then she pulled the antlers off of the walrus's head and gave them to the caribou. There, she said. And we can see, how is everybody feeling about that? Exactly. So remembering the trouble that the caribou had caused when it was chasing after the other people, she called, come, come. And in punishment for hurting the hunters, she kicked the forehead flat of the caribou, and it made his eyes kind of bulge out. And she said, for being so rude, you are going to have to stay inland. That means away from the water. And ever since, when a caribou smells a human, it's afraid. And we can see in this picture, what does it look like a caribou might do if it sees you? Yeah, run, 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 run away. So if you set your intention, so that means if you set your mind to it, and let's pretend for a minute that you had the power of creation, so you could make a brand new animal, what kind of animal would you make? Asks our author. Would your animal have feathers or a big furry tail? Imagine the possibilities. So this is a story that kind of explains the why. Like, why do walruses have tusks? Why do caribou have antlers? And our author wants us to think about, if we made an animal, what would we make it look like? So we have an option here. I can pull up my sketch pad, and we can use our imaginations. And one at a time, you can tell me what part of an animal you would like to add. And as a group on Zoom and at home, we can create an animal together. Or if you want to get out your own paper and pencils and create a brand new animal with maybe flippers, fins, wings, whatever you want, you can do it all on your own. What do you think? All together. Okay. So if we want to do one together, you need some paper? I did bring paper, so if you want to make one on your own, you can. But if you want to make one together, think about what you want to add and what color you want to add and raise your hand. So you could say, I want it to have blue antlers or 5 eyes. What do we think? Any ideas for our animal? All right, Dina, what should I do? Let's do one part. A furry tail. What color should the tail be? Any color you see on the screen. Ooh, so like this? Like that?
Look what I did, Miss Eccles.
Pink one?
I did a little silly thing. It's a butterfly with fox ears, a body, and also a tusk.
I love it. All right. Oh, you said pink? Okay. Pink. There we go. All right. Oh, that's a little purple. So here is pink, and you said a fluffy tail. All right, so I'll make it nice and fluffy. All right, we have a fluffy tail for our animal. What's the next part we should add? Wheeler, what do you think?
Good legs for running.
Good legs for running. What color should the legs be? Black and yellow. How many legs? Okay. Two legs. Okay. 2 legs good for running. So I'll do them as if they are already running. All right, but there's a black one and yellow. Okay. So 1 black one, and then I'll do the yellow one. And apologies if this looks different on the pad than it does in your imagination. You can draw one later. So there we go. So our animal's already running with 2 legs. What else should we add? Adeline's got your hand up. What's our next animal part?
Wings.
Wings. What should the wings be?
Purple.
Purple wings. And
Hi.
Adeline?
Look at mine.
All right. He's got 2 sets of wings now, or he, or they, who knows? Okay, Elliot, what's the next part we should add?
Maybe we should
Ooh, okay, so toes kind of like a fox, so maybe like kind of paw, like little claws and paws. What color?
green.
Green? Okay. Here we go. So we've got some green here. So Elliot says paws and claws. So I'll add a few little claws here, like a fox would have to have grip as they're running. And then they sort of have like pads on their feet too. Keep their feet safe on tough surfaces. All right. Charles had your hand up. What would you add to your animal or to our animal?
I add teeth.
Teeth. Okay.
A lot of teeth.
So should we probably do a head if we've got teeth?
Yes.
All right, what color is the head?
The head, the length, and teeth are black.
Okay,
Green cavities are brown.
okay, so here's the head of our animal. And do they have just one mouth?
Yeah.
Okay, and we said brown teeth with cavities. Amazing. Okay, hold on, let me make this.
Brown teeth with cavities. Seriously?
I pour this little creature when this creature has to go to the doctor's office. It's not going to be very nice.
The teeth are not white.
Aren't they brown because they have cavities?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, can I make a cavity green too? Sometimes they're a little bit greenish. Eee, here we go. This is gonna be gross. Yes. What do you think, Charles?
That's it.
Okay. Next part, if you have not added anything to our group animal yet and you want to. Okay, Ford, I don't think.
One big eyeball.
One big eyeball. What color should this eyeball be? Orange eye? Okay. Should I make it as big as I can fit it in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make room for a nose.
Okay, make room for a nose, but as big as possible.
And I want to make a nose.
Okay, we're gonna see if anybody else wants a turn though, because we wanna make sure we include everybody. Okay, Isley, would you like to add something to our animal? What should we add next?
We should add a neck. But there's no neck yet.
Yes, ma'am, I agree. So what color would the neck be?
It would just like be maybe purple or yellow. Or maybe one side purple and one side yellow.
One side purple, one side yellow. So I'll do the purple side next to the yellow so it sticks out a little bit more. And then I'll do the yellow side next to the purple wings. So that our animal's as colorful as possible. Here we go. Here's some yellow. All right. Who has not added anything to our animal? Thank you, Isley.
Look at my animal, Miss Eccles. It's like a butterfly with fox ears, one big eye, some teeth with cavities.
Okay, wait. Harrison, did you add anything to our animal? Okay. Here you go.
More cavities.
All right,
more
friends.
teeth. Green teeth system rigorous.
Taylor, one more.
A lot, she's got a block scheduled today.
Yes, let's do cavities.
Ooh, whichever color I want. We haven't had any blue yet, so let's do sort of a fluffy blue body in here.
I got a good one.
All right, we gotta stop here though, because I need to go visit Miss Link's class, and I don't want to run over time. So this is our beautiful animal that we have created. I love the way you all brought creativity, shared ideas.
Look what I made.
Go see you next time. Let me know how to All right, friends. Thank you so much for coming. I will see you all next week. Bye.
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 Look. Bye. Now I'm gonna do.
Look at our animal creators.
Look at my animal.
Down a little bit. Oh, it's so cute. Hey, friends that are in the classroom, we can see it too. Look at Ayas. I love it. Oh, you want a paper too? Absolutely, Vina. Thank you for asking so nicely.
I haven't had any purple here.
Okay. No
But
worries.
let's purple it up.
Oh, very
And
creative.
let's add another one big eye.
All right, everybody. Y'all had a great library, it sounded like today. Thank you, Miss Eccles. Bye. All right, let's do some checking off on our schedule here. All right, we are going to check off library. Ooh, I see that. Yes. I do, yes. There's several in there, and I have way more in my car that I need to bring in, so take as many as you need. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we checked off library. Next on the schedule, we're gonna do some science. Yay, we got some fun science to do today. We're gonna read a little book about snow. We are gonna make some snowflakes using pipe cleaners and beads. Now, if you're at home and you don't have pipe cleaners and beads, maybe you could just take a little break. Maybe I'll put on a little video about our snow that you could watch instead. But if you're at home and you do have pipe cleaners and beads, then yay, you can make some snowflakes with us, okay? Kids in the classroom, we'll get Vina to pass them out in just a second. But first, let's read a little book. It's called Snow. So let's see, what does snow start with? Snow starts with an S. What does it end with? What letter? Snow. Wah, wah, wah. Ends with a W. And this is just a quick little book about snow before we start making our snowflakes. Snow is for, oh, and I see a sight word, is, I-S. Snow is for falling on a cold winter day. Snow is for riding on your favorite sleigh. Snow is for rolling into a ball just like this, making a snowball. It doesn't snow very often in Austin where we live, but every once in a while it snows a little bit. Snow is for throwing. Make sure not to miss. Snow is for making a new friend, just like you. A little snowman. Look, the dog made a little snow dog. So cute. I see that, Ford. Snow is for making a snow angel or two. Snow is for catching on the tip of your tongue. You're catching little snowflakes. Snow is for feeling like everyone is young. Look, there's some grown-ups playing in the snow too. Snow
Oh my
is,
God, the dog even has glasses on.
oh really? Snow is for building just like you do with sand. Oh look, they're making little snow castles like they do sand castles. Snow is for creating a winter wonderland. Okay, so if you have your pipe cleaners and beads, then wonderful, you can get them out. If you don't have them, I'll put a little video about snow on for you to watch, and you can do that instead of making some snowflakes. But if you do have
Miss
snowflakes,
Vandelindy, I don't have them.
no, that's okay, sweetie. I'm gonna put on a little video about snow that you can watch, okay? And then if you're done, if you get done with the video, you can take a little break until Fundations. But if you do have your beads and snow and pipe cleaners, I'm gonna teach you how to make them right now. Yes, Elliot?
I'm making anal
Mommy, Miss Vandelindy,
Okay. All right, so every snowflake has 6 sides or 6 arms. So if you want, you can twist your pipe cleaners to make it have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arms, or you can just make a made-up snowflake shape and have any number of arms you want. It's up to you. And then you can choose which beads you want to put on your pipe cleaner. Maybe you have different colored beads. Maybe you have all white. Maybe you have blue. Maybe you have white and blue. You have 2 different colors. You could make a pattern and you could put some beads on. You don't have to fill the whole
Mine.
up with beads. Oh, good job, Catherine.
But I need help with mine folding it.
Okay, so if you need help with folding it, I can teach you how to do that in just a second. Then once you have the right number of beads on that you want, then to make sure the beads don't fall off your pipe cleaner, you can just kind of twist the end a little bit and you might.
Miss Vandelindy, how do you make the pipe cleaners?
I'm gonna help you do that in just a second. I'll teach you how. You can have a grown-up help you with this part if you need to, but you can just make a little circle at the end so the beads don't fall off, okay? So now I'll get some pipe cleaners and teach you how to make the shape of a snowflake with the pipe cleaners, okay? All right, let me get these passed out to the kids in the classroom and I'll be right back, kids at home, and we will make some snowflakes with pipe cleaners. Okay, Vina, will you give everyone a bag, please?
Like that?
I'm gonna be on back for mine.
All right. So kids at home, if you are trying to make your snowflake out of pipe cleaners, you're gonna need 3 pipe cleaners. So try to find 3 pipe cleaners. Now, you could make a really big snowflake. You could do that and make a really, really big one. Or you could cut your pipe cleaners in half. You could get some scissors.
One.
You could get some scissors and you could cut your pipe cleaners in half. Okay, so now we have 3 kind of smaller pipe cleaners. Okay, here's how we're gonna twist them together. Get 2 pipe cleaners. And kids in the classroom, I've already done this part for you, so you can start putting your beads on. So get 2 pipe cleaners and we're gonna put them in the shape of an X. Or the shape of a letter T.
I'm gonna cut mine first.
Okay, we'll wait for you to cut yours, Catherine. Because you're gonna make 2. Okay, so once you have your 2 snowflakes or your 2 pipe cleaners that are cut in half, you ready? Okay, then you're gonna make the letter X or a letter T with them, and you're gonna twist them around so they stay together. Okay, how's it going, Catherine? And Aya, did you need to help with this part too? And then Adeline, I'll put our snowflake on video for you in just a minute. Okay, Catherine, good. So you have your two pipe cleaners. Put them in the shape of an X. You got them in the shape of an X? So we're not using the third one yet, Catherine. Right now, we're just doing 2 pipe cleaners. Just 2 in the shape of an X. You got it? And then twist them. So they stay together.
Sorry, I missed that part. How do you make them stay together?
Okay, let me start over. And Catherine, just be patient. I'm going to help Aya too. So Aya, do you have 3 pipe cleaners?
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, great. So if you want, you can cut them in half
Making.
to make
I
them a
know
little
something to
smaller
happen.
if you want to.
Show me how to
I'll come to you in a second, but you can work on the next snowflake arm if you want. Okay, then we're gonna make the letter T or a letter X with 2 of our pipe cleaners. And we're gonna twist them together. Okay, so now our snowflake has 4 arms, but we know that snowflakes all have 6 arms. So Catherine, here's the step where you add your 3rd pipe cleaner. So put it in the middle and then twist it around. Twist it around the center, and now you have a snowflake with 6 arms. And now you can start putting your beads on.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay? So you can make a big one with a whole pipe cleaner, or you can make smaller snowflakes by cutting your pipe cleaners in half. It's up to you. Okay, so Adeline, I'm gonna put on a little snowflake video for you so you don't get too bored, because I know you don't have these pipe cleaners and snowflakes, but when you get back to the classroom, you can make one of these, okay? Let me share a little video about snowflakes, and so you can watch it while you're making one too, if you're making one.
Can I see it too?
Yeah, I can make it so everybody can.
So,
Sure.
watch it so we can
Fine.
know how long it's gonna make.
Yes.
Maybe it'll help us remember how to do one. Look what I'm doing. I'm making a
Oh, they look good. Okay, let me get the video.
Wait, my camera is white. My camera is white too. My camera is white. It's white too. White too. I'm doing all kinds of patterns. I'm on my second row. Let me see.
Okay, let me share my screen, Adeline.
Oh, you're doing a different pattern on each. Oh.
Let's
Hey,
see.
I'm doing a different pattern on each.
Usually falls in winter, when it is very cold. It forms when the temperature is below 0 degrees Celsius, also known as the freezing point of water. This causes very small drops of water in the air to freeze into ice crystals. And when these ice crystals bump into one another, they stick together and form snowflakes. It can take a long time for a snowflake to fall from a cloud to the ground because they are so light. The journey could take 1 hour. If the ground is cold enough when snowflakes fall, they stick and don't melt. We say the snow has settled. A covering of snow can make everything look white and bright. A blizzard occurs when lots of snowflakes fall during a time of strong winds. It can be difficult to see between the snowflakes, so it's best to stay inside during a blizzard. We are able to measure how much snow is lying on the ground using a ruler. The deepest snow ever recorded in the UK was an enormous 1 metre and 65 centimetres deep. It fell in North Wales during the very snowy winter of 1947. To measure that, we need a very long ruler.
just a little short one. Let's see, I believe there's also another super short one. This one's just under a minute.
It's fun to play in snow if you're wrapped up warm enough. A coat, hat, scarf and gloves are best. If you ever catch snowflakes on your glove, you'll notice that no flakes look exactly the same. This is because every snowflake is unique, meaning each one is different. All snowflakes, however, are six-sided and look very pretty close up. Next time you catch a snowflake, why don't you take a closer look?
Okay, everybody, so that was just a couple short videos about snowflakes. So we can go ahead, I'll turn this around so we can watch the snowflakes that we're all making. There we go, and let me know if anybody needs help. You can unmute yourself and ask a question if you need help or you want to show us the snowflakes that you're making. So we learned that all snowflakes have 6 sides or 6 arms, and no snowflake is the same as another snowflake. They're all different, which is so cool. They're all unique.
I'm doing one big pattern, like each one is part of the pattern.
Cool.
My pattern is white, blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, blue.
Love these. And when you help me sing the end, just let me know.
If we want that I bring, we can leave some blue and I can bring you other.
Oh, yeah, you can do some more at home.
I have a bunch of them.
Yeah, you can make more at home.
Only if we have 5 people.
I can send some extras home with you for it.
Can you do more than one?
Yeah, we can put some extras in our Ziploc bags. You can take some extra home.
You put 2, can you put like 1 with 2 snowflakes in it?
Oh, one for Hallie. We'll see how many I can make.
Or you could just cut yours, right?
That's true.
And
We're gonna do-
I'm gonna get, maybe you don't have to make them, and we did, maybe I'm making a video of how to make them, so we can make them. I make them, and then send a video.
That is a good idea.
And send it to all the parents, and then,
So they'll know too.
Yeah.
Or now that you know how to make them, now that you learned, you could teach your parents how.
or it's because I don't remember.
Yeah, or if you don't remember, I could remind you in our one-on-one time. We could make some in our one-on-one time together.
I think the other ones are one-on-one time.
Okay.
My mom will be so surprised. I got the same colors as you. I know we all have the same colors, white.
Yeah.
My colors are white, white. Mine. No, if any of us want, if any of us want any more, I can bring some.
Oh, you can bring us some more beads. That is so nice.
If any want to get one pattern and the other we get another pattern.
Oh, cool.
Look at this. Look at mine so far.
Looks so good.
Look at mine so far. Look at mine so far.
Wonderful. Everybody says looking so good. How's it going at home with our snowflakes? Let me know if anybody needs help again making them. I can teach you how to twist them together. Ooh, looking good, Finn. Yes, I will be right there. Looking good, Colin. Wonderful. Oh my gosh, you're making 2, Colin. I love it. One big one and one little one. So good. Yeah, if we've got some extra time, you can make another one. We're going to do this for about 5 more minutes, and then it'll be time for Miss Cornbliss. So we have about 5 more minutes of snowflake making, and then Miss Cornblith will come. But that's okay. You can take these bags home, and you can always finish them at home.
And I don't know how to teach my grown up how to
How to do it?
Miss Van Durendy, I'm done. Miss Van Durendy, I'm done.
And then one time. Let's see. Oh, Catherine, let's see that snowflake. Oh, very good. I love the pattern you did. Beautiful. You can make another one if you have enough. Oh, and Isley. Let me make it bigger so I can see. Very pretty, Isley. Do they have little stars or shiny? Oh, you did shiny pipe cleaners. Cool. Everybody's is looking good so far. We have a couple more minutes till Miss Cornblith gets here. So if you have time, you can make another one. How many? We've got about 5 more minutes. So I'm going to pass out some extra snowflakes. You can put these in your Ziploc bag and do them at home. I want 5. Okay, you can put them all in your Ziploc bag and do them at home.
Look at mine so far, Miss Van Durendy.
Okay, let's see. Oh, let me make it bigger so I can see a little better. Oh, very pretty. Blue pipe cleaners and blue and white beads. Wonderful. I love everybody's looks a little bit different. You don't want the next one, are you sure? I'm gonna send it out. Okay. I don't know. We might not have time. This Cornblith's gonna be here soon. Oh, I'm going to eat. I'm going down, and I did some curvy things before I'm all done. Oh, they look so good. Want me to twist the edges for you?
I don't need help. I did a really big flip.
Edges so they don't fall off.
I twisted by myself.
Oh, cool.
I twisted it by myself. Well, I did a big.
What's that screaming out of room? We gotta twist the edges.
And if you want a dark blue, I can
Yeah, you should have.
And if you want dark blue, I can
Beautiful. Looks so good, everybody.
It does not fall out of real snowflake.
Yeah, not like a real snowflake. Because it's not really made of ice.
Yeah. And everyone will say, why do these ones feel so dry?
Yeah.
And why do they have blue and white instead of just all
You can do these two at home.
Are we
Put them in your red folder.
and the
Cornblith will be here soon.
and why are they not melting? And making them dip it.
Oh yeah, you can make them look all
And
different.
they'll go like.
Okay, so everybody, Charles made one snowflake. So he finished one. He's gonna put all, and then he's got some extras to do at home. He's gonna put them in his Ziploc bag. We're gonna make sure that the Ziploc bags are zipped closed, and then we're gonna put them in our red folders. We don't want the beads to fall out.
I'm gonna be drinking this.
And Miss Cornblith will be here soon.
And why is the bag on them?
Okay.
What's going on? And why are the body shots in the doorway? And why do they not? Why are they? Why are they? Why am I getting a call? And why do they? And why did they use the animal that he did feed them? And he and he smelled it falling from the fly.
Okay.
What's going on? And they said, why do all the things look exactly like
I'm
these?
gonna put them in your bag so they stay nice
So
and
that's
safe.
it. That's
Yeah.
And you know why I'm asking you here.
Put these in your
Okay,
bag.
so here's the one. So here's one I made, and here's another one.
Oh, those are good. Very creative.
And this one. And if you have blue, put one blue on if we run out.
Yeah, you could do more. All right, Wheeler, you ready to put it in your bag? And you
Look, Miss Vanderandy, I finished my snowflake.
Oh, let me see. Let me come closer and see. Okay, make sure you wash your hands really well. Let's see. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. You did an A-B
So
pattern.
what's this white snow for?
Oh, that's what we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to use that tomorrow. So keep it safe till tomorrow, okay?
I made snow globe.
You did? You made one before?
I'm in my class.
Okay, everybody, let's do some checking off on our schedule here. I had fun doing snowflakes with you. We're gonna check off science, and we ran out of time for foundations today, but that's okay. We'll do foundations tomorrow. So we'll check off foundations too, because Miss Kornbluth is gonna be here pretty soon to visit y'all. So we're just gonna start cleaning up in the classroom and getting ready for Miss Kornbluth to get here.
Is that your imaginary
Foundations 4, they'll come back to your spot.
What foundation? My foundation.
We're gonna do it tomorrow. We ran out of time. That's okay.
I'm gonna. We ran out of time for what?
For foundations, because we did.
Can you just sign? Can you just? Well,
Okay.
I don't have enough time. That one will be at the end of my last one. What's that?
Right there.
I think one in the feet.
Put your mask up way over your nose. Thank you. Okay, Anderson, your spot's here. Ford, your spot's over there. Yes, Ford.
I'm finished with doing
Okay,
what
I'll be
job
right
are we
there.
going on today if we had time for foundation.
We would do a magnet tile board, so we'll do this tomorrow.
But what that will be?
Oh, sight words, we would just be doing the same all week, and B. We'll get new sight words next week.
What are they gonna be?
I will give you a hint. They both will start with the letter H.
Is one of them how?
How? No. Yes, Nina.
I give up. Hey.
We'll find out next week.
I give up.
I'll twist it in a second, Nina.
How?
You'll find out next week.
Oh,
I'll twist it up for you.
Hey.
No, you'll find out next week.
And I'm almost done with my last note.
I got much
A couple more.
Use it. Hi, Miss Borland. Welcome. Happy your house little book.
Oh, I know, these are so cute, aren't they?
They're adorable.
Adelaide's mom made them for us.
That is so cool.
Fun way to get out of our desks a little bit.
I
but
know.
still-
And I brought in those maps up there.
Yes, and then we had those little seat cushions, maybe we can do those tomorrow.
Yeah.
Could we get? I don't know.
Yeah, let's just think about your Miss Borland just remind me, okay? Because it's time for Miss Borland now, but after that we can get them.
I do it quick.
Remind me before story time,
I
okay?
haven't won anything.
I'll try to. Okay, yeah, no worries. Okay, hi everybody. We have lots of friends at home, don't we?
Yes.
Hi Catherine, hi Isley. Hi Adeline, hi Cameron, right? Hi Finn, hi Ayelet. No,
Yeah, we only have
it's not
6.
Cameron. What's
We have,
so Ayelet? Oh, Colin. Yeah, I knew I had that wrong. Hi Colin. Okay.
let's start with some of our awesome breathing that we do together. Because you guys are just so good at it too. So let's start with a good old wonderful balloon breath. So put those hands on top of the head. Charles has got it. Adeline, you got it. Catherine, Isley, hands up on top of the head. There you are. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as we breathe out, we can make that balloon sound. So let's do 2 more of those. Hands up on top of the head. Deep breath in. And we'll do 1 more. Hands up on top of the head. Deep breath in. Wonderful. Let's do a drain. Wheeler, Elliot, Harrison, do 1 drain with me, okay? I know you're intent on coloring, but do 1 drain. Hands out in front of you. Tighten your fist and squeeze, 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 squeeze. Deep breath in. And let the water out. Awesome. Well done. So today, I have a fun little story for you. And it's called Do Unto Otters. So we've been talking a lot, right, about being peaceful problem solvers. We talked about walking away. We talked about ignoring. What else did we talk about as a peaceful? What else? But what are other skills? What other strategies? Dina? Huh? Empathy. We talked about empathy. We talked about thinking about other feelings. Absolutely. And this book is a lot about thinking about people's feelings too. But what other strategies as being a peaceful problem solver? Anybody at home remember? Do you guys remember? I mentioned walking away. I mentioned ignore. What else? Anybody remember? How about apologize? Remember that one? And share. That was one. Yeah. You guys with me now? You're like, oh yeah, I remember this stuff.
I don't remember.
That's okay. I think I'm missing one too. But we definitely had share, walk away, apologize, use your words. That's one we forgot. Using I messages. I feel sad when you call me a name. Can you please use kind words? Thank you. Right? Okay, so this story kind of fits in because we have to think about other people's feelings. We have to use empathy. And we have to use our peaceful problem solving skills. And it's kind of a silly story, so I think you'll like it. Do Unto Otters. And it's a book about manners. And at the bottom here, we have some otters who are moving into town. He's got extra twigs. He's got rocks. And we've got the little bunny up here. And he's bouncing along. Can you guys see it on the big screen? Do I need to move a little bit some out of the way? Can you see it up there? So here's our little bunny friend. Do 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 do. Oh, I should turn on. Whoopsies.
Look at my imaginary.
Um.
Look at this one. Look at this one. This is when my and here yeah.
Okay. So here comes our little bunny. He was hopping along and he goes, donk. And it says, hello, Mr. Rabbit. We're your new neighbors, the otters. Otters? Otters? My new neighbors are otters? I don't know anything about otters. What what if we don't get along? And then he's picturing it in his head. He's saying, oh no, pesky otters, lousy rabbit. What if they don't get along? He has never met an otter before. Mr. Rabbit, I know an old saying. Do unto otters as you would have otters do unto you. What does that mean? It simply means treat otters the same way you'd like otters to treat you. Treat otters the same way I'd like otters to treat me? How would I like otters to treat me? How would I like otters to treat me? What do you guys think? How do you like people to treat you? Lena? Treat you good? Yeah. Anybody at home? How do you like others to treat you? Catherine?
We all have the
That's it.
same
Nice.
one.
Say it.
One.
That's it.
We want people to speak
Nice? Okay.
nice.
You'd like them to be nice, absolutely. Adeline, how would you like otters to treat you?
Adeline, she's asking you a question.
I'm nice.
Nice, yeah. So what does it mean to be nice? So you both said nice. We're gonna get some ideas about what does it mean to be nice. He says, I'd like otters to be friendly, a cheerful hello, a nice smile, and good eye contact. He'd like it when people look at him when he's talking to them. That's being friendly. Friendliness is very important to me, especially after my last neighbor, Mrs. Gurr. Oh no, she does not look friendly. I'd like otters to be polite. They should know when to say please. Please look. And then this little otter, he can say please in 5 different languages. Por favor in Spanish, s'il vous plaît in French, bitte in German, kudasai in Japanese, and bavakasha in Hebrew. This little guy says, yoo-hoo, Mr. Rabbit, would you please return my ball there? Pretty please, with carrots on top. Yeah, they should know when to say thank you. So please and thank you are really important for being peaceful problem solvers, for showing empathy, and for having good manners. Thank you in 5 languages. Gracias, merci, dankeschön, arigato, tada. And then the little otter, he writes a nice thank you note. Dear Mr. Rabbit, thank you very much for returning my ball. You must have returned a lot of balls before because you made it look so easy. Balls sure are bouncy and rolly, but I'll try to keep it under control next time. Sincerely, Otter. They should know when to say excuse me. He can say excuse me in 5 languages too. Dispensame, Spanish. Pardonnez-moi, French. Entschuldigen Sie, German. Sumimasen, Japanese. And slicha in Hebrew. And uh-oh, what did this guy just do? Oh, he farted. But did everybody laugh and make a big deal about it? He just says, excuse me. And he said, oops, excuse me. Uh-oh. Look what happened to his ball again. He just got his ball back. Oh no, excuse me. Ball coming your way. The little frog says, well, PU is the same in any language. PU, like, whoo, because the guy farted. Otters should be honest. That means they should keep their promises, not lie, I never lie, it makes my whiskers itch. And not cheat. Cheating makes my whiskers itch too. I wonder if I should see a doctor. I'd like otters to be considerate. Considerate means thinking of others, right? When we're using empathy, when we're being peaceful problem solvers, we are being considerate. And here's a bunch of ways to be considerate. Being a good listener. Asking before borrowing something. Not littering. Opening the door for someone. Caring for all creatures, big and small. The little guy says, I got lost, and he helped him find his mommy or daddy. Being patient. Please wait. Being on time. Respecting the elderly. And helping. Oh, good afternoon, Mrs. Duck. Hello, dearie. And helping neighbors untangle their ears. Poor little bunny. His ears got tangled. It wouldn't hurt otters to be kind. Everyone appreciates a kind act, no matter how bad it smells. Ew. And what's that word? Cooperate. Otters should learn to cooperate. Cooperation is working together. And these little otters, they say, we know how to cooperate. Could they carry that tree all by themselves, just one person? No. Can you carry the tree when it's all 5 of them? 6 of them? Yeah, they can do that, but you do have to work together. They have to decide which direction are we going? How are we carrying it? Where are we taking it? So cooperation takes a lot of skills. Oh, I see otters like to play. I hope they know how to play fair. Otters, rules for fair play. Be a good sport. Play by the rules. Take turns. Include everyone, even bees. Yeah. I'd like it if we could share things. Our favorite books. Harry Otter, Goldilocks and the 3 Hares. Instead of bears. Our favorite activities, like the Otter Totter and playing Go Fish. He said, go fish as a card game, and then he jumped in the water to get a real fish. That's so silly. Our favorite treats. Maybe not the treats, because he's got a fish sundae and carrot pizza, and I don't think that the bunny really wants to eat his fish sundae. Yeah. But he didn't say, ooh. He didn't say, oh, that's gross. Why are you eating that? Disgusting. He didn't say that. He just said, that's okay. Thanks anyways. Looks good. I hope otters won't tease me about my doody-doo song, my extra large swim fins, or my bad hair days. I hope otters won't tease anyone about anything. I don't like being teased either. He says, teasing is mean. It's the worst. It's worse than having clam snap shut on your nose. Aw, poor little otter.
What does the little otter say?
Which one? I read him. It's the worst. Teasing is the worst. And he says, it's worse than having a clam snap shut on your nose.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. I think otters should apologize when they do something wrong. I'm sorry I used your ear as a tissue. Oh no, he used his fluffy ears as a tissue. And I hope they can be forgiving when I do something wrong. I'm sorry I called you Snotter. So he used his ear as a tissue and then he called him a Snotter, like instead of an otter. And then he's like, oh, it's okay. So he forgave him. When we make mistakes, we have to forgive sometimes too.
I thought he was actually laughing.
Yeah. So there, that's how I'd like otters to treat me. You see, Mr. Rabbit, I told you it was simple. Right, just do-dee-do onto otters as you would have otters do-dee-do onto you. Home sweet home. And they're not teasing him. They're singing his song too. There's Mr. Rabbit's house, and they're saying do-dee-do, do-dee-do, do-dee-do. The end. So we have enough time for a very short activity. And I know that my friends are at home. So if you have a blank piece of paper.
I have no blank piece of paper because I used it for my special.
That's okay. I'm going to give you one. I'm going to give you one. So get a blank piece of paper. And you're just going to trace your hand. And after you trace your hand, you're going to pick one of those things to write on your hand. So you could pick, I'll write them here. Okay, so you could pick apologize to write on your hand. You could put please. You could put thank you. Excuse me.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I got one. It said tweet.
Say it again.
It said tweet on it.
Tweet?
No, tweet.
Treats? Oh, treats. Share. Share. What else do you guys remember from the story? Share.
Being able to walk away.
Yeah, that was from our peaceful problem solvers. But what was about manners? Not teasing. That was about, yes. No teasing. Saying what? Saying what? Please, we have please. Oh, and we have thank you. What were some of our other manners in the story? You guys remember any from home? You can unmute yourself if you want to and just tell me. How do we want otters to treat us? Oh, being friendly, right? Excuse me. Honest. We missed honest and cooperate.
What about being kind?
Huh?
Being kind.
Kind. Yes, there's kind. Kind is right there.
Honest.
Friendly. Cooperate. That's a big word. Play fair. That's one that's really important. Yes. So that's lots of ideas. You're going to put those ideas on your hand. So trace your hand and then put one of those words on your hand.
I just glue that onto my bag and put those like my bag.
And if you want to do more than one, you can do more than one. Hope you've got paper. Great.
I only have one for each single or each one.
However you want to. However you want to do it, you can do it. You can get creative. Yes. Do we need what? It doesn't matter. Either way. Either way. Yeah. So some questions I had about our hand is you could put words on each finger. You could put 2 or 3 hands. You can have your paper this or that way. Yes.
Nothing. You were just in the way of something that I was
Oh,
writing.
you were writing a word already. Great. Okay, awesome.
Look. Look at it. Look what it is it's the one with SORRY. How does that spell?
Yes, sorry. Yeah. Here, I'll make one too. while you guys are playing.
Sorry.
Yes?
Can you if I can't see over
Oh, okay. You got it.
the light for look what I wrote on my hand. Sorry. She told me to. So then am I supposed to draw my hand? Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew I was supposed to draw my hand if someone told me. Especially my teacher.
So you can look on the big screen too. You don't know which what? Which one? Tell me which one. This one? Apologize. That's a Z. That's a Z.
Oh no. I got the S on. Just cornbread.
What's the question?
I want to show you mine.
Oh, wonderful. Show me.
You read the. I know. You read the doctor.
Fabulous. Great job,
The
Madeline.
doctor.
Yeah.
The doctor.
Great, Adeline. Vina, which one do you want to show me? You want to show me or you have a question? Oh, sorry, I love it. That's great. Yeah, you got it. I'll show you up here. This one is thank you right here. This one is thank you. Yeah, I probably should have written it a little bit better, huh? Let me go again. Yeah, it was an A. Here we go. We'll write it one more time, more carefully. There. Is that better? Yeah. Okay, so I did one real quick. I did a quick hand. I decided like somebody had said I could put it on my fingers. So I put kind, friendly, thank you, please, and sorry. And then I put manners. That's how I did my hand. And you all have a couple more minutes to finish up. So if you want to show me yours, I'd love to see it. Just did some decorations? That's great. Yeah, and sorry, you're decorating yours. You're fine in purple. Thank you. Beautiful. However you want to. However you want to. That's fine. And you're cutting your little hand out. That's fabulous.
And I'm putting my name on it.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm gonna put that.
Yeah, if you guys want to cut out your little hands, you can. Maybe you guys could put them on the wall somewhere and decorate.
No,
It's okay, or you could bring it home.
well, I'm doing it on my dragon, and my dragon's gonna open.
So you can take your little hands, you could make a whole bunch of them and cut them out, and you could put them on the wall and decorate with the manners, right? So you remembered that about having manners. Like you could make it kind of into a flower pattern or a tree pattern or whatever you want. So you could make it into a nice little project. Right. I mean, it's all the way around. Yeah, it's happening. Okay. Yeah. And then some of the okay. Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, it would be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay. Yeah, no, I think I'm done. No, it's okay. I mean, that's really long right now. They asked me if I could help out Katie today. And I was like, I can, but I have to cancel classes and they got places good. I was like, I think we got you. But if I have a little advanced notice, like I know for you guys, I can still teach because you all have special stuff. I'll try not to adjust like and that means like and I will leave. I'll have all the breaks to be like super detailed, like I'll have everything ready and prepared. So like beautiful. So hopefully you can just like come in and it'll be like ready to go. That's perfect. Yeah, so everything's like food shopping and all that good stuff. Yeah, all that will be totally like done. Because I think when I've had prep time for it, then it's easier for me to like know what I'm doing with you guys, and then I can still do the afternoon stuff. Yeah. Still, make sure that I'm taking care of everything. Yes, I know. Yeah. So what if she didn't clarify the afternoon? Don't worry about afternoon. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell the parents like, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, so 12:15. You'll be done. Okay, gotcha. Okay. And you're not gonna try to. No, I'm not. I think by Friday I'll be able to do virtual day Friday, but like my no stress. Like don't even like be worrying about things. So I'm just yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. And yeah, I got the permission. So yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, they're fine with that. I know. Oh my gosh. And I hate to make assumptions, but you find out like and all that stuff. Yeah. No, I'm so like I need suggestions. Anybody has any idea to try? I'll try it. Will you do that along with? Yes. Yeah, it's actually got to be long. They go in each. They do all sorts of that. I'm really like right before the transfer and right after the transfer. Great, and then I do some in between, but I'm not doing that as much, even though they're careful and safe with the kids. Honestly, that is yeah. Luckily, I found somebody that I really liked. She does do yeah, but she does both. So like I know she's knowledgeable. Yeah, I'm like crossing my fingers that with like a month maybe more expensive that I can get past my like go over the hump. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you found one. I cannot say better things about Sage. Yeah, Sage and Michelle, they own it and like everything. So yeah, always recommend them. But you already found one. I think
He started sharpening it by himself, but he couldn't.
Oh yeah. There you go. What do you want to help out with it? It's looking good. Take it home in front of the wall. You can always try it home, finish it home. What's there for tomorrow now?
I tried it.
Anybody at home that want to share your picture?
These are looking great.
I want to share mine.
Okay, let's see it. Did you do another one? Oh, look at that. You added more words to it. That's wonderful, Adeline. Ben, beautiful work too. Yours says, excuse me. That's so important to that we've been using manners. Ah, wonderful. Well, it's great to see you guys.
I agree.
I will see you all again next week, and I hope that you guys will work really, really hard to use all of your fabulous, fabulous manners and be thinking about others and how what we do and say helps them to feel happy and good too. So I'll see you guys next week, my at-home friends.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, Ms.
You're
Cornblood.
welcome. Thank you.
Okay, everybody, let's do some checking off on our schedule here. Let's see what's next.
I'm still putting out one of
You can keep working on it for a little bit. Sure, we can have a couple more minutes. Okay, yes, but I will have like everything super organized, like ready to go. So make it as easy as possible.
I can add those too.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's check off Ms. Cornwood's visit. Next on our schedule is story time. Yay! All right, let's read a story and then we'll be done for the day with me. And then I think you've got some art later this afternoon if you want to. Okay, this one is really? Yes, that's right. This one's a funny one. It's called A Narwhal and Jelly Book. Narwhal, Unicorn of the Sea. You have? Oh, good. It's a good one. Now, this one's a chapter book. So we're just going to read one chapter today, but maybe we'll read another chapter in the morning. Okay, this chapter is called Narwhal is Really Awesome. One day, when Narwhal was out for a swim, he found himself in new waters. Whoa, what are you? Me? I'm a narwhal. The narwhal. A narwhal? Yep, unicorn of the sea. Are you real? Last time I checked. Are you? Am I what? Real. Yeah, I'm a jellyfish. Jellyfish? That sounds funny. Okay, kids in the classroom, we're gonna start cleaning up. We're gonna pack up next. Let's go and start cleaning up. Our parents are gonna be here soon. You never heard of a jellyfish? Nope. You don't look like any fish I've ever seen. But you do kind of look jellyish. I sure have an amazing imagination. I can't believe this. The thing I'm imagining is imagining that it is imagining me. Prove it. Prove what? Prove you're real. Can you prove that you're real? The jellyfish goes, sting. That tickles, but it still doesn't prove you're real. I could be imagining that tickles. You could imagine anything. Yes, pretty much. Okay, forward, start cleaning up. Allie, Harrison, Wheeler, let's clean up. Good job, Tina and Charles. Look, things like you don't exist. I mean, what is up with that horn? It's actually more of a tusk tooth. Then why is it coming out of your forehead? Because I'm awesome, that's why. It is pretty awesome. Thanks. Hey, I know what you are. A jellyfish? An imaginary friend. We're friends? Elliot, Ford, clean up. Wheeler, clean up. Harrison, clean up. Sure thing. Cool. Well, you might not be real, but I think you're a real good friend. Want to go eat waffles? Sure. Nom, 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 nom. Okay, so this is really fun facts. This is the last page we're going to be able to read, and then we'll take a little break, but we'll read the next chapter maybe tomorrow morning meeting. A narwhal's long horn-like tooth can reach up to 10 feet long. That's way taller than a grown-up. Wow, I'm amazing. Narwhals can weigh up to 3,000 pounds and hold their breath for 25 minutes. The record dive deep for a narwhal was over a mile deep they dove in the ocean. Wow. Recent research suggests that narwhals can live up to 90 years. Wow, narwhals are amazing. All right, we'll read the next chapter in morning meeting. I had a great day with you all today, and I will see everybody in the morning. Bye, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. You can do art later if you want to. Bye, Colin. Bye, Aya. Bye, Adeline. Bye, Finn. Bye, Finn's little stuffed animal.